Al, we are going to return to the world of Love Live School Idol Festival All Stars
Mm-hmm.
because another season has wrapped up.
Mm-hmm.
Unless they decide, hey, we're going to do another chapter because we just bamboozled you. But I'm pretty sure it's wrapped up.
How can you tell?
I mean, the way they talked about it was like, hey, this is the climax of season 3.
Oh, okay.
So presumably this is it.
Yeah, there might be an epilogue or something like there was one time, but
Or like they'll probably move into like intermission chapters,
intermission, that's what I mean. Sorry.
which those don't count. I mean, they
Okay.
count, but they don't count for like the season per
This,
se.
right.
Right. So yeah, that's what we're gonna talk about this week here on the Seasonal Anime Checkup OVA. It's a podcast where we have conversations about video games, anime, and manga. Hello, I'm Jared, joined as always by Doc, Al, and Lady
Hello.
This is episode number 293, closing in on 300.
Mm-hmm.
Not the movie or the graphic novel,
No, neither
just
of
the
those.
number. Al, when do you think we last talked about School Idol Festival All Stars story?
Oh God. Would it have been like early 2021?
No. Close, but
No.
no. Basically about 11 months ago.
Okay.
September 4th, 2021, episode
Okay.
245 is when we talked about season 2 of
Well.
School Idol Festival All Stars.
Just mix it all together.
Yeah, That's how it goes and works and everything like that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we've gone through all of season 3 now, and I think it's safe to say this was the weakest season of the game so far.
Oh yeah, this is like milk toast season.
Yeah. I mean, I guess like, coming off of the heels of seasons 1 and 2 where you establish characters in both of those, have a lot of drama in both of those chapters and everything. It's very hard to come back from that and really kind of not do a lot of anything.
Well, and also there was the backlash against two
Yeah.
that I feel like they just kind of were like,
We'll take it easy this time.
we'll just do something that no one can get mad about.
Yeah.
The end.
Which is dumb cuz like you and I have talked about this, but like it doesn't really feel like there really should have been a backlash against season 2 cuz like it's just, hey, villain characters exist. It's okay for them to exist. Like, I'm
Yeah.
real curious. We just talked about the latest episode of Love Live Superstar on Jared Now Watch, and
Mhm.
that brought forth a rival character that's kind of has villainy tendencies from the first
And
look,
ghost tendencies.
and also ghost tendencies. True. Like, I wonder if there's going to be like a similar backlash against that character or not.
I wonder. I mean, it's strange how much of a backlash there was, and like to the point that like people were worried about like whether or not Karen and I's characters could like ever recover from the backlash.
So dumb.
And it's like, what are you talking about? And also it's hilarious that it's like those two and not like actual Lonju who was like the trigger of that one. But um I mean, I think that they did some really interesting things with two and they tried something different.
Yeah,
And
100%.
I appreciate something different because that's kind of like what Niji is about is doing something different.
Mm-hmm.
Um but then this one they're just like, there's no problems here. Everybody's fine. Nothing is wrong.
Until the
Everybody
very end.
everybody's nice to each other and then there's something else I was going to say about it. I'm blanking now. Oh, we're going to also bring in like the other schools more instead of just having them as like advice partners
Yeah.
essentially.
Yeah.
Um which yeah, I don't know. Like I started playing through this one and like my initial thought was like, "Oh my god, they've like threw this way hardcore into reverse."
Mm-hmm.
Um, and I think it was not to its benefit.
Yeah, I completely agree with that. Like, I don't find any fault in what you've said or anything. Like, it just, it's a shame that they kind of like had to do a big cool off with this chapter or the season, I should say.
Mm-hmm.
Um, because the last two seasons were real good and had a lot of good
Real
momentum
good.
going into them. But like, I think as well, like just kind of counteract what you said. Like, I don't know where you go from season two to like keep that momentum going high in terms of like creating the kind of drama those first two seasons had.
No, you're right. I mean,
Because
how do you
very
actually
hard to
do
do.
that without
Like,
like introducing something new and somebody new?
yeah, exactly.
I mean, one thing you might have been able to do is like play off some of the like not necessarily tensions per se, but like the integration of new members into the club
Mm-hmm.
and like the struggles with that. They could have done that. That would be one way to handle it without just being like, all right, everything's totally fine now. Please ignore the season two happened.
Woo.
Um, that's one thing. I don't know. There are multiple things you probably could have done, but that's what I'm coming up with, like
Yeah.
on the
It's not
fly.
an easy answer
It's not.
or an easy solution, I guess, to this problem.
Yeah. Especially when you're like making a game that is specifically there to make money. So, you have to make sure that the people who would spend money are happy with you.
Mm-hmm. That is true. So essentially, this revolves around they're still getting prepared for the school idol exhibition dealio, um, and the protagonist goes and helps with the like that big school idol fan site that she's worked for in the past, and goes around and gets some promo videos from Muse and Aqua, and then also they work on a Nijigasaki promo video for it as well to build up the school and show everyone what they are about and all of that fun stuff.
Hmm.
And then the season culminates with a big old an Aqua performance that everyone goes to and has a fun time with.
Hmm.
That's kind of just it.
Yeah, that's kind of it.
So like going through like the first kind of like 4 chapters or so of this, where it's like you go and you see Muse, you go and see Aqua, and just like it's just them kind of working through these various issues that they get brought up to. Like the Muse one's like, hey, we're going to answer fan letters and figure out that sort of stuff. The Aqua one's kind of just like showing off who they are and essentially like making their promo video and all that sort of stuff, which I think works in a sense because you get some like good character interactions between those groups in particular, um,
Yes.
that are pretty fun to see and all that sort of stuff. Like it's nothing groundbreaking or new per se, but they are good little character moments scattered throughout both of those sections.
Like,
um,
isn't there a part where Daya like writes a fan letter to Ellie at one point?
I think
Am I
that's the
misremembering
case.
it?
That sounds about right.
Or it's at least implied that that's who it was?
Yeah. Like the crux of like the Muse one is like Honoka have to figure out like what do I like about school? It's not just it's fun and the people here are fun.
Yeah.
And like there's also I think that good one there's like a good moment between like Maki and Nico trying to figure out like a fan letter and all that sort of stuff. So there's like good stuff throughout that as
I
well,
don't
and like
remember that one.
I think that's the case.
I
Granted, it was
still,
11 months ago.
yeah. I just totally don't remember it.
Yeah. And like I said, the Aqua one's kind of just like them, getting their promo video prepared and everything, doing all that. The Nijigasaki stuff gets them kind of grouped together by year essentially, but also trying to like do different things out of the norm. Excuse me.
Hmm.
So like that's how they want to try and first off present their promo videos, like them just kind of doing stuff and like presenting like new things, new ideas, essentially, and all that sort of stuff. And then they kind of come up with this idea of like, let's bring everyone into the promo video. Everyone could be an idol.
Everyone is a school idol here.
Everyone's here, essentially. And then like there's also issues with the promo video where like the protagonist kind of is like, I don't really know about this. I don't really like this.
Like everybody's doing great on it. Everybody's got all the dance steps and everybody's killing it, but like there's just some spark missing here.
This doesn't show off like the charm of Nijigasaki in the way that I was anticipating it.
You got that like cool basketball coach character with like the towel on her head or
Yep.
whatever. I like
She's
her.
there a lot. Did she show up in the anime?
I don't know.
I don't remember if she does or not. Because I know like they brought in like a lot of the side characters from All Stars into the anime at some point or another, but
They did.
that's neither here nor there. But yeah, like they have to go like reshoot all of that stuff because the protagonist is like, we got to figure this out in a way that works better, and then they're able to kind of do that and present. Here's the school. It's all idols now.
Everybody's an
You're
idol.
an idol, and you're an idol.
Everyone can be an idol. Which is an interesting take because then like is the school idol club inviting everybody technically?
Yeah.
How does this work? I don't know. But yeah, we're basically just like schemers on there, like trying to make sure that everybody has their shining moment in the promo.
Everyone's happy.
Everyone's happy.
So essentially that's kind of like the whole crux of most of the season thus far, and then it shifts to where you're going to go and see this Aqua concert in Numazu, and all the girls from Niji are going to go. They're going to get driven by Karuko.
Who just for some reason has like a mini bus license.
Yeah, just cuz. And this is where you get like the I guess the main drama point, honestly you might say, for this entire season.
Yeah.
Of the protagonist trying to figure out what their place in the idol club is.
Yes.
Cuz they're struggling to like deal with the fact that like all the rest of the girls around them are just, very excited to do songs and everything, grow as idols and everything, and perhaps pursue that down the line as well. Whereas the protagonist is like, I like writing songs and all this sort of stuff, but like I don't know exactly if this is what I want to do for good. Like I don't know what I should do.
What is my path?
Yeah, what's my path essentially? And they get like some good advice from Karuko at some points. Like on the way there before they go off and have to deal with rest stops and everything, and the fun of eating snacks at midnight and all that sort of stuff.
I love how excited they were for these like rest stops, and like I looked this one up and this has this specific food. It was like, our Japanese rest stops way cooler than ours because like they are
possible.
Really dang hype for it.
It's entirely possible.
It is entirely possible. They do many things better than us, but I just thought it was so funny how excited they were to like go to a rest stop.
Yeah. They're able to go to the Aqua show and they meet up with the gals from Muse there because they're like, hey, yeah, we were coming too. Let's go there together. Hey, look, they're doing an exhibition of like all their costumes and stuff. That's cool. Look at this long line. Whoa.
I thought that was an interesting thing to have.
Yeah.
Like them mentioning, oh, hey, they have like a costume thing here. It's like,
I mean, it's very rooted in reality.
It really is, and that's what I was thinking, is that like you wouldn't think that a small town idol club would have something like that, but it is rooted in something that's actually happened.
Mm-hmm. So I thought that was a neat touch, and then they go and like watch them do their like rehearsals and everything before everyone else comes into the building. It's just the Nichi and Muse gals, and they're like watching them. They're like, oh, look, they're doing a song. Oh, they just changed it up on the fly, and they talked about it. Oh, now they're just doing it differently. Like, whoa, how'd you all do that? And they go and talk to them about it. They're like, yeah, we just do that.
Yeah,
that's just how we work.
That's how it is.
That's just how we do things.
No big deal.
Yeah. And then they talk like, oh yeah, there's a big long line out there of people waiting for it. They're like, what? Excuse me, what? Hang on. They go to the performance and everything's going fine. The girls of Aqua issue a challenge to Muse essentially, and Nico's like, excuse me?
You want to call me out?
You want to call me out? I'll fight you. I'm very tiny.
Basically.
But yeah, I thought that was fun because like they kind of go through the whole spiel that they do in Sunshine about, where Chica kind of talks about like, yeah, we look up to Muse and everything, but like we can't be them. We're gonna be us. And within this context, they can be like, yeah, we want to go up against them. and
Yep.
then compete against them in ways that, we couldn't if we were just trying to be Muse 2.0, like which we've talked about in other avenues about Sunshine before. So I
Hmm.
thought that was a cool thing. It's one of the neat touches you can do within this story in particular
Yeah,
by
I
having them
totally
know each
agree with
other.
that.
And then, sorry, go ahead.
What was I even gonna say now?
Oh no,
Um, Heck,
I flummoxed you.
it's okay. They did have the like audio issue in the middle
Yeah,
of the performance that was interesting.
that was what I was about to say. That they have an audio issue mid song,
Aqua
and
having an issue during a live? What?
I
That
know,
never
very
happens.
surprising. So like they're kind of scrambling to figure out what to do, and like the sound team's trying to do that, and then like the protagonist starts like singing in the crowd, and basically lets the rest of the crowd start singing with them, and that brings them back to doing the song essentially, kind of like a reverse of the second year's
Solo.
performance in
Yeah.
Sunshine.
Yep.
And then they're able to get everything fixed, and the live goes perfectly fine afterwards. And they're like, "Yay, we did it!"
Oh, I was gonna say there were people who came to see them from like overseas, and they were
Yeah, that's right. That's right.
they were freaked out by that.
That's cool. That was a cool touch, which again is a very realistic thing to have happen.
Yep. Yeah, I was like, oh, hey, they have people coming from overseas to see them,
Hmm.
which again would be like very odd in like a context of this is a small idol group, but
Yeah, but like also like in the Niji anime in like the final episode, they show like, hey, their people are watching this live stream all over the globe.
yeah, I love that.
Yeah, so it is a little weird, like you say, in the context of like, oh, here's a small town group of idols that have people from Los Angeles, California coming to see them, but like in the context of like Love Live as a whole, like yeah, that makes
It
total
makes total
sense.
sense.
Um, the Aqua Gals invite everyone over to Chica's house afterwards to have a little wrap up party, and they're like, "Should we be here? This is your party." Like, no, come on, you're here. Come on, come
We're all
on.
friends here.
We're all friends.
Do you want some Mikan juice?
Me can.
I don't know if
Um,
she actually does that, but she would.
she would definitely. Protagonist goes out to the beach to just chill, and Chica's like, "I found you. What's wrong? What's going on with you? I know when things are wrong. Things have happened on this beach in particular.
This
Emotional
beach has
beats.
seen some things.
This beach has definitely seen some things. Yeah. They don't really go into it here because like they kind of save it for the reveal later on in the chapter. But like Chica's kind of able to get the protagonist to kind of reveal like what's happening with her, like her insecurities she's dealing with currently and everything. And I like how Chica's kind of just like, yeah, we're doing, we are doing good stuff with Aqua, but like I'm just still normal. I'm just
Yep,
me.
just me.
That's all I'm ever gonna be. So don't try and worry too much about things that are kind of out of your control. Just be you.
Chica is good.
Chica's very good. You're not wrong. And then they get on the bus to go back home, and that's when like the protagonist ends up having like a breakdown to like
Yeah, completely breaks down and starts crying and stuff on the bus.
in front of everyone. They're like, "Oh no, what's wrong? What's wrong? What's going on? Oh no, oh no."
Protagonist's like, I didn't even realize I was crying.
Oops, my bad.
Oops. I
And
guess I kind of have to talk about this now, huh?
yeah, and then she kind of just goes into the spiel like, yeah, like all you guys seem to like know what you want to do, and like I enjoy writing songs for all of you, but like I just don't know if this is what I want to do. I gotta figure that out. And then the whole like resolving of this issue is that there's like, okay, you're still good at writing songs, so let's just keep going with that.
Yeah.
And like nothing's really resolved.
No. Nope. It's
Is
not.
It was just incredibly weird.
Yes.
Cause like I figure like it would make sense to like do something with the protagonist character, right? But also I guess maybe they're thinking like, oh, this is too hard to do to like make the protagonist a character in the same vein of you is in the anime.
Right.
Um, but it would just make more sense to do something of that nature of like make her a part of the group more, let her do her own song or something to
Right.
like try and see if there's anything else that she could feel within the club or something of that nature. Not just be like, yeah, we really like you making songs and you're good at it, so like you want to just keep doing it and okay. I'm inspired now.
Yeah, it was weird.
Yeah, I don't I it's
I didn't love it.
no, it really kind of just like it was building up to something I thought that would have been neat, but then it just kind of ends on a wet fart.
Yep.
I was just like, oh. Because specifically, like, they tease it as well. Because like, hey, let's all 13 of us sing this and see if it sounds right.
Yeah.
And then that's not the case,
Nope. I'm like,
which I thought would have
well,
been
okay
neat.
then. It would have been neat.
But then that just doesn't happen,
Nope.
which is disappointing.
Yep. I was bummed out by it. It was a very strange conclusion to the thing because it's not actually a conclusion at all.
No,
It's just like, okay, well, yeah.
let's just keep the status quo.
Woo.
Yeah, so I don't really know where they're gonna go from here now.
No.
With the way they ended like that.
Yeah, I don't know. Because it would have made sense. It would have been a good way to like tie them all sort of back together. Like
Yeah.
the anime and the game to be like, hey, look, you can participate if you want.
Mm-hmm.
Um, but they're like, no, we're not gonna do that. But then also like I feel like everybody's just kind of like brushing off the issue. The like she literally had a breakdown in front of everybody. Everybody's like, okay, you're still good at it. All right, moving on. Goodbye.
Like I get like IEBU talks to her later. It's kind of like, hey, our dreams are connected to each other. Like you are a big part of like my dreams, and like everyone would say the same thing. Like you're a big part of like what makes us us.
Right.
But at the same time, it doesn't really help with the protagonist's problem.
No.
It's just kind of like, yeah, you're still very important to us, but like that doesn't help you figure out what you want to do.
No.
It's just you're still in the same place you were. So I don't know. It was a bizarre way to end that chapter for sure.
Yep.
Especially if that's supposed to be the end of the season.
Right, right. It was so weird. Ah.
Yeah, I know. Like I said, I don't know where they go from here. Like, is this the point where they decide like we've had like kind of a chill reset season? Do we now add Liella in, or where does the story go from here?
Right.
Because I feel like adding Liella in would definitely make things a
It'd
lot
shake it up a
fresher.
little bit.
It would shake things up. It would add new drama and everything. And like you don't have to like worry about, oh, we only have half of the girls of Liella in the game, so we can't add the other ones in. Like, they're all here now, so
Yep.
throw them all in there. But yeah, I don't know. I'm flummoxed. That's the second time I've used that word in this podcast. That's how much
I'm
it
impressed.
is resonating with me
I'm impressed.
about where you would go from here with School Idol Festival All Stars.
Yeah, I don't know.
It's going to be interesting to see.
It is
Hopefully,
gonna be
if they go
interesting.
somewhere intriguing and gives you the same kind of feelings that seasons 1 and 2 had, because those were real fun and they were a blast to go through
Yep.
at the time. But if it's more stuff like season 3, that's gonna be just
Ugh.
not fun.
Yeah. I Ugh.
Your return on investment is gonna start plummeting
Yes.
on this game. So
Yes.
I guess we'll see. Presumably we'll have
We
intermission
shall see.
chapters in between, and that'll set the course for the next season in particular. But yeah, things are not looking great right now.
No. No, I was real like not pleased with it, but also just kind of like at the point where I'm like, all right, I'm gonna zoom through this because it's kind of boring.
Mm-hmm.
Like it was just so milk toast.
Yeah. Yeah.
They gotta shake it up.
Yeah. That's the hard thing to do.
Yep.
I do not envy their situation of trying to find out where you go next.
No, I don't either.
Because that ain't an easy thing to do. But yeah, I'm glad we got a new DG song out of it. That was cool, at least.
Yeah, I didn't expect that.
That was nice. So I wonder if we're gonna
Not
get
expect that at
new
all.
solo songs soon.
Maybe.
Even though, like, I guess we didn't really get a whole lot of solo songs in season 2.
Right.
That was mostly for the new gals and then just subunit stuff. But they are putting on new subunit stuff later this year, so maybe we see that then, or what, or wherever this song ends up being on a release and all that sort of stuff. So that's potentially at least somewhat exciting.
Yeah, I was really confused when it came like on. I'm like, I don't know this song. How do I not know this song?
New song.
It's like, oh, that's why I don't know it.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, time will tell. I guess we'll reconvene maybe in like July of next year and see where season 4 led us, or if they decide, hey, we're not doing any more story, we'll just be like, well, okay, that sucked.
Yeah, if they don't do any more story, then I don't know what they're gonna do.
Yeah.
I mean, that might be headed towards the death of the game. But the way that in my opinion, the way to fix the issue is just bring in Leia. Why can't I say their name ever?
Liella.
Liella. I will eventually be able to not twist my tongue up when I'm saying it. Eventually.
Just get rid of your tongue.
I mean that's a logical solution here.
But I don't know if that's gonna help you.
Maybe not, but I wouldn't be able to say it still, but no one would know that I couldn't say it.
Well, I don't know if you'd be able to say a lot of things afterwards.
I wouldn't be able to say many things. I'd be like Ward from Final Fantasy VIII. Yeah, sure. There's your Final Fantasy VIII reference.
There you go. Congratulations.
Yeah. But I feel like that would be like the most logical way to shake it up a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
And also get more money out of people because they could bring in cards.
They can do all of that, and also like you said, I think it would make things way more intriguing just to see, especially just to see them interact with all 3 of these groups.
Right. Like how would their dynamic work with everybody else?
Yeah, which I think would be very interesting to see.
Mm-hmm.
But I guess we will have to wait, and hopefully that becomes the case. And if not, hopefully they do something else that's just
not boring
and better than this season was.
Yeah. Fingers crossed. We can only hope.
Oh no, all my fingers are crossed. Help, I'm stuck.
Oh no.
Oh no.
Oh no.
Do you have any more parting thoughts about season 3, or is that gonna do it for us this week?
That's all I got.
That's all you got. All right. Well, that's going to do it for this week. A little bit of a shorter episode, but usually that's just kind of how these season recaps go, unless it was the first season where we had to like talk about a lot of stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Or last season where we had to talk about a lot of stuff. There wasn't a whole lot to talk about this season, let's be real.
Nope.
So, yeah. If you would like more from us, head on over to seasonalanimecheckup.com or sac.cool. It's where you can find past episodes of this podcast and other podcasts like Jared and Al Watch. You can also find columns and reviews on the site as well. If you'd like more from Ann Ladium, go to annladium.com. She's got columns and reviews. You can follow us on Twitter and TikTok at Anime Checkup. You can buy our books, One Shiny Moment, A Critical Analysis of Love Live Sunshine, and Hot Tubs and Pac-Man on Amazon.com. And you can support us on Patreon, patreon.com/SACOVA. Buy us a slice of pizza, get access to unedited versions of the podcast early, and a whole wealth of bonus content as well. Next week, well, it could depend on if Al gremlins her way through a certain video game and wants to talk about it. If not, we might have some other things that we can talk about.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm working on it, but I can't guarantee anything because right now I'm just wandering around, literally just wandering around on a map.
Wandering around, getting way too powerful for everyone, and just destroying things with 14 million damage, as a gremlin does.
It's fun.
So yeah, we will figure that out next week and see if Al will talk to us for a couple hours about a certain third game in a trilogy, or if we'll just talk about something else entirely different.
I'll eventually talk about it.
Yes. It's just will it be next week or will it be the week after? Who knows? I guess you will if you're listening to this in the future.